are people who can walk away from you. And hear me when I tell you this. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I can sit down now, I preach. I can sit down, I don't need to make an altar call or nothing. I can sit, I don't have to hoop, I don't have to make you shout. I have just preached right now. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't want you to try to talk another person into staying with you, loving you, calling you, caring about you, coming to see you, staying attached to you. I mean, hang up the phone. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. I don't care how wonderful they are. I don't care how attracted you are to them. I don't care what they did for you 20 years ago. I don't care what the situation is. When people can walk away from you, let them walk. Because your destiny is not tied to the person who left.
People may walk away. Life may not turn out the way you thought. It's easy to get bitter, hold a grudge, lose your passion. Do like Naomi. Kiss the bitterness goodbye. Kiss the person that walked away goodbye. Kiss the dream that didn't work out goodbye. God wouldn't have allowed it to happen if He didn't have something better in front of you. Sometimes God closes doors. He'll move people out of your life. There are people and opportunities that were ordained for your past that are not ordained for your future. They were right for a season, but that season could come to an end. The key is how you handle the closed doors, how you handle the disappointments, how you handle the person that did you wrong. Sometimes, instead of kissing them goodbye, we smack them goodbye. Good riddance. I didn't like you anyway. You don't let the door hit you on the way out. Naomi could have turned around angry. Thought, I'm not going to kiss you, Orpah. Some friend that you are. That would have kept her from the new things God had in store. She moved back to Bethlehem with her daughter-in-law, Ruth. Ruth married Boaz, the owner, a wealthy man that owned many fields. They had a baby. Naomi took care of their son like he was her own. After all she had been through, the heartache, the loss, the broken dreams, while holding that little baby, Naomi said in effect, I never dreamed I could be this happy, this fulfilled. Her latter days were better than her former days. God knows how to give you beauty for ashes. He knows how to turn mourning into dancing. But it would have never happened if she had not kissed Orpah goodbye. Are you at peace with your past? Or are you bitter over the loss? Upset because your plans didn't work out? Holding a grudge because somebody walked away? It's time to kiss some things goodbye. Don't bring bitterness into a new year. Don't bring self-pity, a chip on your shoulder, a bad attitude. That was in your past. It doesn't belong in your future. You can't embrace the new things God has in store as long as you're holding on to the old. My father went to be with the Lord back in 1999, some 20 years ago. I lost one of my best friends, but I've learned the loss of my father is in my past. It's not in my future. If I would have brought all the hurt, the disappointment, the questions, the broken dreams, I wouldn't be where I am. You won't have the strength to move forward if you're weeping over what's behind. It takes a lot of energy to think about the past, to relive the hurts, wonder why it didn't work out. That person you lost, if they were supposed to be here, they would still be here. That person that walked away, if they left you, you didn't need them. If it didn't work out the way you had planned, it wasn't supposed to. God's ways are not our ways. Will you trust Him when it doesn't make sense? Start kissing things goodbye. You spend enough time on the past, that doesn't take you anywhere. Kiss the disappointment goodbye. That door didn't close by accident. God was directing your steps. It was either not the right time or He has something better.
Your destiny is never tied to anybody that left. The Bible said that they came out from us, that it might be made manifest that they were not of us. For had they been of us, no doubt they would have continued with us. People leave you because they're not joined to you. And if they're not joined to you, you get super glue and you can't make them stay. Let them go. And it doesn't mean that Orpah was a bad person. It just means that Orpah's part in the story is over. And you got to know when people's part in your story is over so that you don't keep trying to raise the dead. You got to know when it's dead. David, when your boy is dead, wash your face and have another baby. You got to know when it's over. Oh, my God, my God, my God, my God. Look at somebody and say, nothing just happens. If they walked away, it's no accident. If they left here, it's no accident. If you tried to make it work and it wouldn't work, it's no accident. Accept it as the will of God. Clap your hands, wash your face, do your dance, and keep going. Oh, Chante, oh, baby, don't make me preach it. Let me tell you something. I got the gift of goodbye. I got the gift of goodbye. It's a 10th spiritual gift. I believe in goodbye. It's not that I'm hateful. It's that I'm faithful. And I know whatever God needs for me to have, he'll give it to me. And if it takes too much sweat, I don't need it. Stop begging people to stay. Let them go.
When life doesn't turn out the way you thought, remind yourself God is still in control. Instead of getting sour, losing your joy, kiss that disappointment goodbye. Quit reliving the mistakes that you've made. Things that you wish you would have done different, wondering why it didn't work out. Like my friends, you might have done your best. You gave it your all, but it didn't succeed. Accept it as God's plan and move on. Our attitude should be, God, I trust you, not just with my successes. I trust you with my failures. I trust you with the betrayals. I trust you with the things that don't make sense. When you kiss the past goodbye, it releases you into your future. You have to be at peace with what's behind you. It's not enough to just move forward, angry, bitter, mad at God. That's why Naomi kissed Orpah. It was symbolizing, even though it's painful, even though I don't like it, even though I kind of feel betrayed, I'm at peace. It takes maturity to kiss things that don't feel good. This is what the prophet Samuel had to do. For years, he mentored a young man named Saul. He took him under his wing and he trained him to become the next king of Israel. You can imagine how proud Samuel was when he saw this young man now grown leading the Israelites. Everyone looked up to King Saul. He looked like a king. He was tall and handsome. But over time, he got off course. He made poor decisions, and eventually he lost the throne. Samuel was so disappointed. He thought, God, I spent all this time and energy and put it into this young man. I've been vested in him. Now it seems like it was all a big waste. You would think God would say, I understand, Samuel. It's too bad it didn't work out. God didn't let Samuel feel sorry for himself. He said, Samuel, how long are you going to mourn over Saul? God is asking us, how long are you going to mourn over what hasn't worked out? How long are you going to be discouraged over who hurt you, over what you didn't get, over the boss that wasn't fair? I don't believe in giving people the right to feel sorry for themselves. Not because they don't have a good reason. Some people have been through things that nobody should have to go through. But I've learned if you stay in self-pity with a chip on your shoulder, thinking you have a reason to live defeated, you will never see the vindication, the restoration, the promotion, the favor that belongs to you. God wants to pay you back for what was unfair. Don't sit around in self-pity. Kiss the bad break goodbye.